Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Miss Sue.
Good morning, everybody. We got lots to tell you. As always, every week there's always lots of new things to tell you. Please like us and share us each week because that's what gets you the $20. And our winner this week is Sue. What's her last name, Lori?
Washon.
Washon. W-O-L-C-H-O-N. So, Miss Sue, you are the winner of our $20 online. You got to purchase online with your $20 coupon. So we wanted to share it with you today. We have something to share. Lori, I want you to go back here on the shelf that Betsy hates, the shelves, and get a tote bag off the side. Because the first thing we want to show you is this new Totally Tubing pressing station. What's really cool about it is you can loosen this and you have the versatility of changing it to this. I wanted this personally for the shop because I do sleeves in the store. And when I do sleeves in the store, I have an old ironing board. But I can put this away. But what's nice about this, and this interchanges with this. So you've got 3 ways to iron. But what's nice is if you're ironing bags and you want to get a crisper look to it, you know, when you try to go at a regular ironing board, you get it in there and you kind of are grabbing for your iron, trying to hang on to it, and sometimes you lose it. And that's the same thing with suit jackets. So this has multiple use, which I love. And like if you're going to these sides and say you wanted to press this really flat, this is the ironing board accessories to me that you would need. But if you've got a bigger one, you can take one part off of this and you can attach it. So you've got 3 different sizes that you can use for this. But I wanted to show you that because this is great for tote bags. It's great for suit jackets. You know, mud rugs, you know, if you want to make sure that you get it down flat. Or for those of you that might possibly be like Sue and accidentally use the wrong stabilizer, you can put it on here if it's a mud rug and press it even flatter. So, and you can also use your clapper. The clapper with this would be a great tool. But you got this that attaches to the bar here, and it does it. So we wanted to show you that this morning. We wanted to show you something cute that Jill had done for Easter with a small pillow, and she used the cutter. This is a cutter to make, all right, Lori, help me.
To make Chanel.
Chanel. I always want to say chiffon. Chanel. So we just wanted to share it with you today. Easter's up and coming, so that's a nice thing. And of course, you know, for those of you that are in our group, that in the quilty, the Queen Bee group, I said it right first time without any help. Yay! This is the new one, the upcoming April. Is this April? Yes.
Yes.
March.
No, March. That's
March.
March.
March, because it gives you time to make it. We have a lot of different things going on, so different monthly things such as the table topper, so that's why I get confused. And we also have you a simple kit with everything, the wash away, the sticky back that we put into this, and this runs $7.99. And of course, fill in the blank, you have to purchase this. So that's a nice gesture. And I seen at Walmart the other day that you can buy those little stands. They stand about this tall, and you could put this on it. Or, you know, if you're a teacher or you have kids in school, this would be nice to give to the teacher to hang up. And you still got time to, because today's the 17th, today is St. Patrick's Day, and I have no green on. So leave me alone to all of y'all. And Lori don't either. She has like an aqua green on.
That's the closest I have.
But we wanted to show you that those of you that have signed up for the year, you go to your Kimberbell account, and that's where you download it. You come into the store and you get these 2 items to make it happen. We try to have these kits cut way ahead of time. Matter of fact, we're working for the whole year to get all these done. So we wanted to share it with you. The kit runs $7.99 and the canvas bag is $10.95. And for those that are doing our yearly, I have lots to tell you in a short amount of time, gets this free design from us of our choice.
Cute.
So we try to come up with something that will benefit you. Say maybe you don't like the flag type, but you need to do it so that you learn about the different techniques and different things.
I think it would also be cute to just put that design on the side of the canvas bag and use the bag as a bag.
Excellent idea. So you can do that too.
Instead of
But
pin.
this is your free design that you get from us. So, and you can buy our monthly deals if you don't want to commit to the whole year. Runs $10, and then you purchase the tote bag and the embellishment kit. It keeps you from having to buy all these things. If you buy a pack of this, it's $10.99. If you buy felt, it's $4. So we throw it all together where you just pay $7.99. We just wanted to share it with you this morning, and you know, Jill's always outdoing herself. I want to show you something that Jill has done that Betsy was to do. You know, we do different and many things in the store. We had a customer come in and she wanted to do a tie quilt. And I think tie quilts are okay, but I think this is a better idea if you have someone that you want to put memory in. And Christy helped with this. Nancy Houchins helped with this. But look how pretty this is. This is a stool. The lady's husband died about 1.5 years ago. So she wanted to keep them, but these stools are beautiful for a memory of your husband or spouse or whoever's in your life. But thank you, Jill. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Nancy. And Kathy had to tear some. Bolden had to tear some of them. I can't thank all of the volunteers enough and, you know, stepping up to the plate and really taking pressures off of me as a small business owner. I want to shout out to Doreen helping me with quilting, Christy Puckett helping me, Nancy Houchins helping me, and of course my 2 favorites, Debbie Morrison and Kathy Bolton. They just roll in and help me when they can, and I'm so appreciative. Yes, we're still looking for another helper, but I just really want to thank the ones who's stepped forward and helped me. We talk about what's the job require. You've got to know how to sew and have a little knowledge in order to come in and start. We can't take someone from beginner ground zero with sewing because of the fact so much is going on. We're just a busy little store in southern West Virginia. So thank you to all of you guys that has reached out and that has even offered to help, even the ones far away. Kim Eatons, you offered to help. Thank you so very much for reaching out to us. It means the world to me. So we showed you this. This is one of our new items. And then we have, you guys, some new layer cakes. This is called Meander. And you can look at our website and you'll see these new products. They're out. This is the 30s fabric. There's new colors in the 30s, new designs. So we wanted to show you that. That's some new products also. We've got a new jelly roll in the Meander. That's the name of the new collection. So we wanted to show you that. The 30s has a collection, so we'll be getting that real soon. Now, I bought something for those of us that says I have a 10.5-inch ruler and I have a 5.5. This is a perfect 5 and this is a perfect 10. If you have a collection and you bought yardage in it and you want to do layer cakes at your home or charm packs, these are the 2 perfect rulers to do that with. This one runs $17.50 and this is $25.50. Everybody knows Creative Grid rulers are the best on the market. If you start with a ruler brand, you need to stick with it so that you can identify quickly, or you will do miscuts if you just buy a ruler here or a ruler there. But Creative Grid's the Sewing Gallery's favorite ruler, and that's what we carry in the store. Yes, rulers are expensive, but gas is too now. So I wanted to share that with you this morning. I also wanted to share with you this morning, we have about 6 of Lori's favorite stabilizer, the SF101. Lori, you want to tell them why you use it, why you like it, and how you use it?
I love the product for many different things. We've used it recently in an applique class that we did to stabilize the background fabric to make it easier, or it made it a smoother applique because of it kept the puckering down and things like that around your applique. Yes, it controls. I use it in my embroidery projects basically to stabilize the fabric. It also helps there with embroidery puckers and things. It decreases them. I use it
in t-shirt quilts.
Yes, t-shirt quilts. It's perfect for that. And I also use it in bag making. If I'm making a purse, I will stabilize my fabric pieces with it. It just gives more structure to my purse.
And we're selling it for $105,
which is a very fantastic deal.
It's a great deal for 25 yards. So if you think you're going to do it, or you got a t-shirt project coming up, even with a twin t-shirt, you're going to use 6 to 8 yards. And then if you embroidery it all, you'll need it. So I still want to share the deal while we've still got them at that deal. So great deal. And for those, and Sheila Lilly, thank you. She recommended to 5 of her friends that purchased, I think it was, one was from New Mexico. I forget where at, but thank you, Sheila, for putting it on your Facebook with your Facebook friends and sharing it. And if you don't use it, but you know a friend that does, or in one of those guilds that's doing a project, you know, now's the time to buy up, because it runs $6.99 a yard. You do the math for 25 yards and see if I'll give you great savings. The next thing that we want to go to is our 25% off this month is this. This is $99.99. And then we're doing the long medium tearaway. This is great for heavy stitch counts. Just so you know, I'm doing a couple different stabilizers as much as I can with our weekly deals. And then the Ultralight Mesh is great to do your embroidery designs. This is similar to the SF101. So this is great products, and it disappears into the blocks. So I got you the Light Ultra Mesh. Last week we did 2 of the other ones. I can't think of them right off, but if you're watching our shows weekly, you know the deals. Or if you're just joining us, you can always go to the YouTube. Our great web designer, a shout out to Mary that helps us. This past week, Shopify had a glitch in their system, and thanks to Sheila Lilly again over there in Whitesville, she contacted me and said every time I try to click on a product, it just shuts down. Well, it was Shopify. It wasn't our great little
website.
Our beautiful website that's user friendly. That brings me to a challenge that some of you have. If you're doing the weekly deal, you got to type in weekly deal, correct, Lori?
Yes.
Now, if you're doing a deal, which in the email you'll get, and it tells you that you don't have to use a code, that it just happens when you check out. But if you're trying to do the 25% off and do another deal in it, you can't. They have to be done separately. That's Shopify. That's not Mary's fault, our web designer. It's not Sue's fault. It's not the website's fault. It's the way Shopify has set up where you do the code for the deals at the checkout. So if you want to do a 25% off one of these pressing boards, and then you want to purchase one of these, And you do know what's going on at the Sewing Gallery until the 20th of the month. Our entire store, online only, is 20% off. So if we wanted to buy the 20% off table topper and buy this at 25% off, you cannot do it at the same time. Correct, Lori?
Correct. Do them separate, and if it's going to be shipped, do one of your purchases in-store pickup, do the other one for shipping, and the shipping will cover both.
Correct. So, but if you've got questions and say we've had a couple people to get to the checkout and they say they won't let them pick it up. Well, excuse me, just back out and then go back in is what we found, because we had a couple and Christy was working yesterday, Puckett, and excuse me, she always buys online, so she knew exactly what to tell the customer to do. We have a few of these left. These are our April. This is the Easter Bunny. This is great for little kids. This is great for wall hangings. It's great for table toppers. Say you haven't bought any yet. And here comes Lori to show it. Look how cute. Now, our entire store is 20% off. So, right now you can get all three of these at 20% off. It ends up being, I think, around $40. So, yay for you. And this is our May. And Lori's coming to show you this. This is our May table topper, wall hanging baby blanket. This has got applique on it. The SF101 would be a great product to use with this. Yay. My helper, Lori, we just do everything together, and she just tells me to go on. Then we've got, and Jill's working on this. This is paper piecing. So if you've not paper pieced, this would be a great time for you to learn. And it's 36 by 36. So it's not like you're going to do a whole quilt. So it gives you, it wets your feet, or if you've already experienced it. Some people love paper piecing. So these are our 3 table toppers that we've received so far. Hopefully in a week or so we'll have it, but this is our May one. Remember, we told you that we thought we'd start in January, but we started in April for the late shipment of the way everything turned out. So we wanted to share that with you today. What else do I have to tell them? Oh, can I have a book, Lori, here, right here, in the front here? This month, it's the Spring Deals from Brother. Mary, our great web designer, sent out an email with this in it, and I think it just went out this morning. So it shows you everything. We have 5 years, no interest on $5,000 or more, or $3,000 or more. You get 36 months. So please watch our emails, open them up, because we send out 2 either quilt patterns, or we send out 2 embroidery designs at all times. And Lori's having difficulties this morning, but we wanted to share with you that Brother's stepping the game up again. Anybody that has watched their company, if you don't use Brother, you see if your company does what our company does with promotions, with advertising. I mean, they want you as a consumer to have a Brother machine in your hand, because they're just wonderful. And I'm not just saying that. But I want to share with you before we close this morning. This is called a Bobbin Casing. I was sewing in here on Monday 8 pairs of jeans with a heavy thread with a top stitch needle. And I'm talking and not breathing. So I'm taking coffin fits on. Well, it was a bobbin casing, and I was just sewing away, and somehow with that heavy thread, you manage to mess up. It doesn't matter how long you've sewn, you can get your thread tangled up. So that happened, but in the process, I bent a needle, and it bent like this, a little bit. It just had a a slight angle on it like that. Well, guess what it hit? My bobbin casing. And once you punch holes in your bobbin casing, your tension goes crazy. It doesn't sew right, and you get this clump, 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 clump. You change your needle, you think that's it. Not realizing that once you punch a hole in this, because what occurs with this bobbin casing that fits down into your lower part of your machine is the needle comes down with the thread, and when it goes across that, the thread travels across this, and it gets hung on that, excuse me today, the punch. So, when customers come in and tell me they didn't do anything, they didn't bend a needle, and you know, I didn't realize my needle was bent. And you know something else? If you've got a bent needle and you push that button or slam that button down on the side with a bent needle, I promise you, you will destroy your needle threader. And don't come into the store and say you wasn't doing anything or it just happened, because you know, I sew every day. I know what you've done. If your needle threader gets messed up, you've accidentally hit your needle threader with possibly the hoop, you've hit your needle threader with your cloth, you've got a bent needle. And if you try to do a twin needle and you accidentally push your needle threader, I promise you, you have destroyed your needle threader at that point. So when you destroy your needle threader, please just tell the truth, because I know, because my Betsy destroyed 3 in less than 2 months, and it was either from a bent needle, it was from her trying to thread a double needle, it was from having this wrong with this and just trying to force it. So, you know, and to get your machine serviced, that's a must. Please don't tell me, because, you know, as a service technician myself in training, I can almost tell what you've done. Sometimes I just have to think about it, and I study it, and I study it. If you come in and you say that there's a problem with your machine, I have a lady that has brought a machine back, a brand new machine, 3 different times. But it's the type of work that she's doing on the machine. She is using upholstery fabric, mass-producing purses. She doesn't know that I realize that she's mass-producing with her machine, but when you're mass-producing with these home machines, you're going to have problems. There's no way around it, because you're going to get the thread caught up if you're using the wrong type of needles with upholstery fabric. You know, you're going to have problems. You need to go to a top stitch needle, because you're going to be using a heavier thread. If you're trying to embroidery on that, it's going to create problems. You know, if you are mass producing 100 of these, or you're doing bench pillows and you're selling them on Etsy, I promise you, before it's said and done, you will have your machine in my store or somebody else's store with problems. These machines don't just break down. I am yet to see a machine just break down, because they're made very well. So service bobbin casings, these run around $25. And you guys, if we can put your needle threader on while it's in here with a service, that it's being serviced, I don't tack a extra charge on for you. I try to treat you right with that. Or people comes in and says, what's it going to cost me? I only paid $100 for the machine, but I need to get it back in time. You know, you're looking at $75 to $125. I can't control that. If I could control that, we wouldn't be paying but 89 cents for a gallon of high test right now. So I wanted to share it with you. I like to talk to you about service. I like to talk to you about needles, because we use our 30 minutes to give you as much education or to remind you of maybe something that you're not doing, or that you need to do, or you need to think about doing. So we just want to shout out to you this morning. Our time's up. Lori's giving me that look that she wants me to get going, because she always has a list of things to do. So we want to shout out to those that are watching this morning. Joanne, Sheila, Cindy, Chris, Kathy, Tammy, Kim, Patty, Juanita, Doreen, Nancy, Christy, Travis, and Debbie. And I got a shout out to Kyle. Kyle was my brother rep before he decided to retire. I didn't get to spend as much time with him, but he was always so good to me. You know, when a past brother rep is watching the show, it means so very much this morning. Kyle, I miss you. I'm a brother girl all the way. You know that. Yay for you watching this morning. So, you know, I take the time to shout out to the folks that takes the time to watch us of a morning, and those that don't, I hope you catch us on YouTube station. But Kyle, you know I'm a brother girl all the way. Thanks, Kyle. Thanks, everybody.